Right, last one for this evening. I've took the real deck out, and I've the speaker was loose. It wasn't bolted down by anything. Anything. And there's two lots of earth wires that go from the cabin onto the main loom that connect across the speaker. Those both off, so I've restored them all. I'm not saying for a minute it's going to solve the problem, but I've just switched the machine back on literally. So it's only been about 10 minutes after the last video. As you see, the sound's back again. But I'm not going to say that this is solved or it's done, because it generally works okay for a bit. But as you can see, it's nice and clear, perfect, loud, and that's fine. Normally the first sounds to go is that one where it bounces on them letters and the gamble, and normally the first two sounds to get weird. The gamble one especially. But what day is it tomorrow? I think I'll have time tomorrow. I'll have another look tomorrow afternoon. I mean, it's 8 o'clock now, I've got to go to work in a bit. But I mean, if that was it, that would be fine for me like this. So that one's normally the first sound to go. That sounds fine. Not another jackpot then, just to compare with the last video. I mean, I like this machine, so it's too good to break up, I think. I don't want System80 spares, I want System80 machines working. So yeah, that's fine, that's fine sound wise. I'll cancel that because it'll only offer the same. Mix them up a bit. I can't just see it being them earths, but it's possible, I guess. Well, I'll take the money out and then I'll show you what I've done. Mind you, we seem to be getting on better with System80 than we was a couple of years ago when no one knew anything about them. But there you go, that's what I've done. See the two earth wires you see on this left hand side and that right hand side, they was off, they was just loose in there. And that one on that right hand side goes up to the frame of the machine. And then the other one goes into that loom, so I'm guessing that speaker is used as like the crossover for that earth. So now it's all, the only concern is is that reset light's on, and that's on whatever in-out board I use. It's on dimly. We had, I mean, advice from a good friend of mine, Peter, obviously. He suggested the PSU board might be sort of losing its 100 hertz a little bit or something, but enough to run the machine. But so I've put the spare one in that Bob did for me. It hasn't made any difference, but it's things you've got to try. I've also changed the ribbon cable. There's the soundboard that goes from the top of that. I've changed that ribbon cable that goes through to the CPU, then up to the in-out there. I've changed that, but there's nothing to say that this is the good one. I'm not 100, you know. The only other way really is to use one of these machines, maybe use this machine or that machine, and just swap over things until. Yesterday I was trying that CPU board and that was working, but with no sound. But I've discovered that in-out board there's no sound. So there's obviously a fault with that there's no sound from that board. or it's not letting the sounds through, or whatever it does, I don't know. I want to try that in another machine just to confirm that or deny that before it goes back or whatever. So that's basically it. For those of you interested, especially Peter, I guess you'll be watching this or watch this a couple of times. But I'll try a few more coins, see what's happened. Yes, I think it's just starting to fall again. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, it's starting to fall. That's what happens. It's on for a bit and it's fine, and then it starts. More investigation needed. But unfortunately, work is calling. There you go. If anyone has any ideas or knows, I'm all ears. Like I say, the next stage is going to be to literally swap the ribbon cable over with a machine, another machine behind. Yeah, it's yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it's going in it. You can hear it going. Oh well, I'll keep trying. Right, have a good evening, folks. We're still not there. That is falling. Unfortunately, I can't keep it on him for another 10 minutes. I've got to go to work. See you later.